The playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
First down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Noah Fant, the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Single. I got 87. That's speed, boys. Come to my work. We won. Come to my work.
Clock now on 1st down. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Oh, hey, come on, man. Why are you forcing shit?
Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Packers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Take 26. Here I
play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Over here.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this is caught by Watkins. Touchdown, Packers. Sammy Watkins, 42 yards. And the Packers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Switch.
Here's Locke to throw. Flush to his right. He's got his big tight end Fant. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Block off a play action. He'll buy some time right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Mike's 59. Silver. Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9". Here we go.
To throw it is Locke. Steps away to his left. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Locke. Catch is made by Metcalf. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Throwing now is Snuck. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
8 yards to go on second down.
Cut his left. Cut his left. 4 down. Check. 4 down. 4 down. Check. Jump.
Block looks to throw it again. Eluding the pressure right. End zone.
Let's go, baby.
Touchdown.
What a dot.
Dwayne Eskridge there to make the grab. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see.
What a
Great
dot.
quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
Let's go, KB.
This is intercepted. My goodness. By Kevin Byard.
Let's go,
And he's going
baby.
to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Coming to you. 51's a Mike, 51's a Mike. I got you.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Good running right there, and this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They'll come up now on second and a yard.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. He's coming.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. These two teams all tied after 1. Pete Carroll, no stranger to rolling the dice. He'll roll it again. 4th down, they're going for it.
Allen, why throw that, dude? You never throw that. Oh, just give him the ball.
Past the 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick touchdown. And we'll see if that pick
Great first quarter, terrible start to the second quarter.
We've seen plays like that alter a lot of contests over the years.
I would agree with that too. You often think to yourself, why
Just
do they
take
alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
Terrible. Come on.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Come on. Why does that ball hang up like that? 94 throw power, my ass.
Two interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are.
Come back to it,
In
man.
this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12.
What's left? Get in the weight room. Get to the 50. Hey, you block over here. Man, I got you. 31.
Throwing is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here, and thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, It's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Block. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap to Lock. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one, 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. They gonna need some therapy after this. Check.
The gun, they'll try to run it. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We got four. Watch out. Hey, check 24.
Lock working out of the gun. Flushed out right. Incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. They look to throw. It's Lock. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense his past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And Myers able to knock it through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field to start this drive? A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Watch for the 50. 3.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. That'll be complete to Alan Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he's got this down to the 35.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
26.
They'll run it with Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
6 guy. Check 6 guy. Inside.
Rodgers now on first down. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Over.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Check 56. Watch the back.
Now Jones. Aaron Jones. A 5-yard touchdown run. The Packers are able to stretch that lead out for Crosby. Connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
51's to Mike. 51's to Mike. Watch the run. Slam. Under 10. 10.
Another try after the first down sack. Lock going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tunyon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Check. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Defense wins championship, baby.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go again to Jones. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Check. Jump out. 47's the mic.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the sign judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 61 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. 49. Check 49.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd down now. It's Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kenny Clark. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's go, D. Let's go.
To try again after the sack. Locke completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
50. 50. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Slam. 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 Check nickel. 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 Let's go. Mike 51.
Block now to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this will be taken at the 13. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Darrell Taylor in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, first and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now. Really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
On second and 9, Locke eluding the pressure right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, Locke. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 41.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, let's get in them holes.
Locke going to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to have it here just past the 25. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, he's as mentally strong as I believe he is. He understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
One quarter remains in this.